Hi friends, welcome to all. In this video, we are going to configure CCNP ENCOR packet tracer, configure NAT for IPv4. Friends, if you find our videos helpful, we kindly request you to like, share and subscribe to our channel. So coming to our activity, here we can see our addressing table. Objectives: configure dynamic NAT with PAT, then configure static NAT. In this lab, we will configure a router with dynamic NAT with PAT. This will translate addresses from the three internal LANs to a single outside address. In addition, we will configure static NAT to translate an internal server address to an outside address. Yes, see, just we are going to configure dynamic NAT with the PAT, and also we will configure this static NAT. We will go to the instructions. In this activity, we will only configure router R2. Coming to our topology, here we can see router R2. All the devices are configured with the IP addresses, so no need to do any other settings. Here we are going to configure only NAT with the PAT and static NAT, and that also we are going to configure on router R2. Here, see the first instruction. Use a named ACL to permit the addresses from LAN 1, LAN 2 and LAN 3 to be translated. See that named ACL, not a numbered ACL. We are going to configure named ACL so that we must permit these addresses from LAN 1, LAN 2 and LAN 3. So here we can see the network address of LAN 1, 192.168.10.0. Then LAN 2 is 192.168.20.0. Also we can see LAN 3, 192.168.30.0. And all LANs prefix is /24. That is 255.255.255.0. Specify the LANs in this order. Use the name R2 NAT. So make sure that we are going to configure first LAN 1, then LAN 2 and then LAN 3. So just to follow that order, and also make sure that we use this named ACL. We should give R2 NAT. The name you use must match this name exactly. So why they say this? Because it's only for the scoring purpose. Make sure that you give the correct name here as they specified, R2 NAT in capital. Otherwise, your completion status will not be increased. So here we need to match the name as they given here. Okay, right. So we will configure this named ACL on this router R2. Simple configuration, right? So we will go to router R2, CLI, enable configure terminal. So here we are going to create that access list. So IP access list, we are going to create standard ACL, and now we need to give the name. So we need to give a R2 NAT exactly what they given in the instruction. Okay. Now we are going to specify the network. I mean, we are going to permit the network. LAN 1, LAN 2 and LAN 3. Okay. So first we will permit LAN 1, that is 192.168.10.0. Then we have to specify the wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. Okay, now we are going to give for LAN 2 permit 192.168.20.0, then wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. Then finally we are going to permit LAN 3 permit 192.168.30.0, then wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. Perfect. Next is create a NAT pool named R2 pool. The pool should use the first address from the 209.165.202.128/30 address space. Okay, we should use only the first address, right? That is 129, right? Perfect. The pool name you use must match this name exactly. Okay, that is for scoring purpose. We will do that. All translated addresses must use this address as their outside address. Okay, we will create this pool and we will use this first address from this given address space. Coming to R2. Okay, we will create that IP NAT pool. The specified pool name is R2 NAT. Sorry, R2 pool. Perfect. Now we need to specify the address. I will put a question mark and here we can see. Okay, we are in ACL mode. Okay, so either we can give the command here itself, or if you want to work with question mark, we can exit from this mode, specific configuration mode, exit. That's fine. Now we'll go to IP NAT pool and the pool name is R2 pool as they specified in the instruction, right? Then space question mark. Here we need to specify the start IP address. And already they told we must use the first address from this 209.165.202.128. Here the first address is 129, obviously. So we'll type that 209.165.202.129. Then we need to specify the end IP address, space question mark. So here we can see end IP address. So just to keep in mind, they specified here, you should use the first address only. So that means I need to give the same IP address, right? Because we should use only this .129. So just I will copy this and paste here, same address. We are using only the first address. Then we need to specify the net to mask. So they given /30 here in the instruction. That is 255.255.255.252. Configure NAT with the ACL and NAT pool that you have created. Yes, we are going to configure dynamic NAT with PAT. So we must remember the command overload when we configure this IP NAT. So we'll go to R2 and here we will give that command IP NAT inside source list. Correct? I'll put a question mark. Now we need to specify our access list number or name. Actually we created named ACL and we given the name as R2 NAT. Correct? Then we should specify the pool, then pool name we created, that is R2 pool. And again, we are configuring dynamic NAT with the PAT. So don't forget to give this overload command, then press enter. Coming to the next instruction, configure static NAT to map the local.pka server inside address to the second address from the 209.165.202.128/30 address space. So here we can see they specified about local.pka server. Coming to our topology, here we can see that local.pka server, and here we can see the inside IP address they given 192.168.20.254, and we need to use the second address from this network address they given here. That already they given in this topology, the second address, that is 209.165.202.130. So we are going to configure static NAT on R2. Coming back to R2 again. So here we are going to configure IP NAT inside source we are going to configure static NAT space question mark. So here we can see static. Then we need to specify inside local IP address, the IP address of our local.pka server. So already we have seen that is 192.168.20.254. Okay, then again I will put a question mark, and here we can see inside global IP address. Yes, in the instruction they specified to use the second address from this network address, that is 209.165.202. Second address is 130. Okay, press enter. So just I will expand this window so that you can see this command in single line. And finally, configure the interfaces that will participate in NAT. Okay, we will give either inside or outside. So here we can see they already specified outside this interface, that is serial 0/1/0. All other interfaces, including this, let me see it's FA 0/0. Then this interface serial 0/0/0. Then this interface serial 0/0/1. These three interfaces are IP NAT inside. Then this serial interface serial 0/1/0 is in IP NAT outside. So we will configure that on R2. First of all, we will configure the interface FA 0/0, faster than 0/0, which is connected to S2 and local.pka. So here we can see that on R2, here actually they given R2, it's a FA 0/0/0 they given, but I think it's a FA 0/0. We can verify that using our router. Do show IP interface brief, so that we can see the interface faster than 0/0. So they set the address 192.168.20.1. That is our LAN 2. Right. So we'll go to that interface, that is FA 0/0, and we will configure IP NAT inside. In this show command, you can see two more serial interfaces which should be NAT inside. That is serial 0/0/0, which is connecting to LAN 1. We can verify here. See that serial 0/0/0. Okay, which is connected to S1, then PC1. So we will go to that interface serial 0/0/0, IP NAT inside. Next, here we can see the interface serial 0/0/1, which is connected to LAN 3, that is R3, S3 and PC2, right? So we'll go to that interface, that is serial 0/0/1, and we will give IP NAT inside. Finally, we have our interface serial 0/1/0, which is connected to the internet. Here we can see that interface serial 0/1/0. It is connected to our internet and this outside PC and this Cisco.pka server. We will go to that interface, that is serial 0/1/0, and we are going to configure IP NAT outside. Okay, it's IP NAT outside. Perfect. Just I will end, copy, run space, start. Yes, once we configure all these commands, we can see our completion status shows 100%. Just I will try to send a message from PC1 to Cisco or outside PC, whatever. We can see here successful. We can send from PC1 to outside PC. Okay, successful. We can try from PC2 to cisco.pka, PC2 to outside PC, all successful. Now we can verify our NAT translations. Show IP NAT translations. Yes, here we can see the translation. The ping we given from inside network to the outside network. ICMP. And also here we can see our inside global address, also inside local address. We used 129 here. And this is the inside local address. So this is our address of our outside device, that is this cisco.pk and outside PC. Perfect. So that's all in this packet tracer activity. Configure NAT for IPv4. Friends, if you get any trouble during the configuration, you can contact our team. All the details given in the description below. And friends, if you find our videos helpful, we kindly request you to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Stay connected. We will meet again with the next video. Thank you.